This is my Epson ES400 II scanner, and I've covered the scanner on the channel before, and I got a lot of comments in that scanner video that I'm damaging cards, and one of the big ones that I kept seeing is repeated use will damage the card. So even if you don't see it the first time you scan it 100 times, and inevitably you're going to see damage. First off, don't know why anybody would scan the same card 100 times. I'm scanning it, listing it for sale, and that's it. It's basically a one-time scan. Now, if you sell it to somebody and then they scan it, they sell it, then they scan it, or whoever the buyer is scans it again, you might get, 5 to 10 scans if it keeps switching hands. However, I have not witnessed any type of damage. I'm not saying there won't be damage. So in this video, I went and bought a tin. So I have a sealed tin. We're going to open it up on this video. I'm going to take some cards fresh out of a pack, and we're going to run it through the scanner 100 times. And we're going to periodically inspect it and see if we can see any visual signs of damage. So you can see we've got the scanner up here. It has both rollers in it right now. So we're going to be scanning these raw. You can see right next to it, I have my printer set up. So I've got a Dymo 4XL. I've got a Dymo Twin. This allows me to print 3 different labels, label sizes rather, at a time. So a lot of people keep asking me about why I don't use windowed envelopes. This is kind of the reason why. If you guys are interested, I can cover this in a future video. But we've got 4x6 label spooled there. And then on this one, we have return address labels and 2 address labels. So we can just bulk print those out using our TCG player packing slips. So this is kind of my workstation where I do my scanning. So you can kind of see everything here. I do my scanning. I pick, pack, ship all from within here. Using this computer, I've got the scanner software for Epson. And I do want to show you guys before we start this, I have scanned over 26,000 cards. So you can see I did 18,000 double-sided, 8,000 single-sided, but we've done about 26,000 scans to date. Those are all TCG cards. In fact, all Pokemon cards minus maybe about 30 that were Yu-Gi-Oh! But what we have here is we have a Mega Gengar EX tin. So I picked this up today. It is still sealed. We're going to open this up and see what packs are in here. So there should be 4 packs in here. So let's go ahead and get this opened up. And the reason I'm doing this is I want to show you what it would look like if we scanned a pack fresh card. Another comment that I got quite a bit was, well, you're not going to be able to get a PSA 10 for many cards we buy from you. If you are buying raw secondhand cards, you should never expect a PSA 10. Any card on the secondhand market, you should not expect that, in my personal opinion. So here is our Mega Gengar EX. So this is a Mega Evolutions promo number 073. This will be going in my personal collection. And here are our packs. So we've got 2 Chaos Rising and 2 Perfect Order. Let's go ahead and open these up first and see if we get any hits. See if maybe we can pull that infamous Greninja. And we're going to be scanning all of the non-foil cards raw. And we will scan the foil cards inside penny sleeves. That is how I scan them. That is how we're going to do it. So we got Patrat, we got a Trubbish, Pumpkaboo, Ferroseed, Transformation Tome, Deoxys, Ferrothorn, a Reverse Flaffy, a Reverse Angefloette, and a Magnetic Energy, regular holo rare there. And let's take a look at our other Chaos Rising pack. We've got a Froakie, Ferroseed, Watchog, Fampi, Ferrothorn, Claydol, Deoxys, Reverse Ferrothorn, a Reverse Baltoy, and a Ho-Ho Holo Rare. So no hits out of the Chaos Rising, but we will be scanning those reverse foils, like I said, in a penny sleeve, and seeing if that produces any damage through. We've got a Staryu, Klefki, Potion, Rowlet, again this is perfect order, Raticate, Jacynth, Hippowdon, a Reverse Furfrou, a Reverse Hippoptis, and a Gengar Holo Rare. So again, we will be scanning the Gengar through, but it will be going in a penny sleeve. Our last pack here. Rattata, Honedge, Spinarak, Nosepass, Aromatisse, Rose's Encouragement, Pavilion, a Reverse Naveen, ooh, an Esper IR. So we will be sending this IR through in just a penny sleeve, and a Alandorus Holo Rare. Okay, so we've got, from Perfect Order, obviously we're going to have here our stack of cards. We're going to send all these through 100 times. Same thing with the reverse holos. However, we will be sending those through in penny sleeves. The holo rares will also be sent through in penny sleeves. And our IR will be sent through in a penny sleeve. And then on the Chaos Rising side, we are going to do the same thing. We're going to send those through raw. And then we're going to send through the reverse holos, or the reverse foils in penny sleeves, and we're going to send through the holo rares in penny sleeves. So we're going to go ahead and get this staged up, and just take a quick glance here at what the cards look like front and back. I'm just going to do one card here so you guys can kind of see. Another comment I got is it will introduce edge wear. So that is something that we're going to look for as well. We don't really have edge wear on any of these out of the pack. Let's just take a look at the Perfect Order ones. They all look pretty good. This one's got a little bit up there on the edge, but overall, these are all pretty good. So we are going to run some raw cards through first. So let's go ahead and on the computer here and get our software prepped. And then we're just gonna take, we'll start with, actually let's start with Chaos Rising. So we've got our stack of Chaos Rising, and we are just going to put the cards down in here. And on the computer, we're gonna hit scan single-sided. I'm not gonna do double-sided on these. It doesn't matter, we're feeding them through regardless. So you're gonna see these are gonna feed through, lay down there, and then we should start seeing scans popping up here. And I'm not gonna record the whole process because it's gonna take a while, but we're going to let this full batch scan first so we can take a look at them on the scanner, see how many cards we're dealing with so that we know what the multiplier is that we're looking for. All right, so there is the scan complete, and it is 14 cards. So we've got all of those scans. So now I am going to feed them back through again, and we're gonna keep running them. Our ultimate goal obviously is gonna be 1,400 scans, but we're gonna do some intervals. So we'll do I'll do 25, we'll take a look at the cards. Then we'll do 50, take a look at cards, and then we'll do 100, take a look at what the cards look like. So I'm going to go ahead and run this whole batch through 25 times, and then we're going to take a look at what the cards look like. It's just finished scan number 25. So you can see we've got 350 cards here. And if we just take a look at the scan images, and just kind of compare real quick, and we'll take a look at number, what was it? Here it is right here. So if we just take a look at this one, kind of see the image, and if we come all the way down and look at that same card, scanned again, we don't see anything visibly different on the scan image. And here are the cards. So let's go ahead and grab that last card out of there. And let's just take a glance at it. And we do see some lines here. So right here, you're going to kind of see, might be a little bit hard to show on the camera, but you're going to see a little line coming down the middle here. So right here, there is a vertical line there. And there's a couple, looks like a little scuffing up there. And let's take a look at the back. See if we see anything along the back here. At a glance, I'm not really seeing anything on the back side, but we certainly are on the front there. So let's take a look at another card. So this is the Deoxys, and we've got the same thing. So we do have that horizontal line coming straight down here, little mark here. And let's take a look at the next one. And it's going to be basically the same. So this was after 25 scans. So we are seeing some damage there. And it's coming all the way down the card. Might be a little bit hard to see on camera there, but you can kind of see that line coming straight down. Now on this side, I'm not really seeing any, maybe a little bit here. Definitely a little scuff mark up top here. And taking a look at this one, it's very consistent. We're seeing that same kind of indentation. Yep, and I see it on both sides on this. So it seems very consistent that we are getting that on all the cards. Oh, and it's very, very apparent on Watchhog here. You can kind of see it all the way down there. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to take, since we already scanned through that batch, I'm not going to do 100 just because we've already proven after 25 that they are definitely damaged. I'm going to take the perfect order stack. And we're going to run it through 5 times and see if we see any type of visible damage that aligns with the damage that we were seeing here after 25 scans. I'm going to go ahead and purge all my scans, and we're going to start fresh. Again, we're going to run through the perfect order batch now. We're through scan number 1, and I'm not seeing any type of damage like we were seeing on the other cards. So we're going to go ahead and run this through again, and then we're going to inspect it after a second scan. So this is the first one that came through after a second scan. And at a glance, I'm not seeing any type of marks or edge wear there like we were seeing after the 25 scans. So we're going to keep running this through, and we're going to check it and see how many scans it's taking before those marks are really starting to show up. We've got scan number 3 here, and overall, really not seeing anything yet. So let's go ahead and do number 4. We've got number 4, and we are starting to see with this one a little bit of kind of at the very top, some little faint roller marks hitting it. Kind of like scuffing. It's going to be very hard to see on camera. I had to hold it up to a light to kind of see it. But we're going to go ahead and run them through again. You might be able to kind of see it there. We've got a little mark here and here. So starting with scan 4, it seemed to be starting to show some signs there. So let's do scan 5 and see if this shows the line. So here's the first card coming out of scan 5. And you can kind of see right here and right here. They are starting to form and showing just not too far down, but basically from the edge of the top of the card down to the stage, just kind of that silver border. It is showing that damage, or at least starting to crease the card with those lines here and here. Now we're going to run it through for scan number 6. And with scan number 6, it's going to kind of continue. It is basically coming down to like the red text here. So from the top of the line down to the supported red text, we're kind of seeing those marks get established, at least on those top cards there. We're not seeing any marks too far down the card yet. So we're going to run it through again. And this will be scan number 7, I believe. And there we can see, let's see if we can get a shot of this. With scan number 7, we did get a line all the way down the card here. It might be a little bit hard to see. But right here, straight down the card. You can kind of see it faintly. See if we can get that lighting right. And let's go ahead and grab some of the other ones. If we maybe take a look at Eradicate here, you can see it. So you can see this line straight down. So after 7 scans is when essentially we're seeing that real deep damage. I would say after 3 to 4 scans, we're probably seeing like those scuffing marks start to happen at the top. So can the scanner damage your cards? Absolutely. As was evident after, about, I would say 3 to 4 scans, you're going to start to see that at the top. After about 7 scans, you're definitely seeing it significantly vertically down the card. Again, scanner may vary. This is purely a sample of the printer that I'm using. Obviously, these were pack fresh cards. I'm not going to run them through 100 times because we were able to show that evident damage after about 7 scans, straight down through. And then we kind of saw this after 25 scans. You kind of saw it a little bit more pronounced here, straight down. This one's after 7 scans. You can kind of see it starting to be faint and established straight down here. So the more you run this thing through, the more and more it's going to kind of dig in there. And so I'm going to be discarding all these cards. They won't be going up for sale or anything. But I just kind of wanted to put this video out for you guys to kind of answer the question, does the scanner damage the cards? Yes, it does take repetitive scanning, most likely with the same identical model because of the positioning of the rollers. But if somebody were to continuously scan these cards multiple times, you can certainly see that. If they're just scanning it one time, just get that image in, you're probably not going to notice it on the cards at all.